Hello, hello, and welcome everyone to Fun Fact Friday. Today is Friday, and usually I go in the kitchen and cook something, but today I'm tasked in the 14-day Go Live video challenge. Today is day 12. We are tasked with pulling up a guest online and having an interview with them. So I have someone sitting in the wings here while I just introduce myself and let you guys know what kind of things are going on with me. If you've never caught one of my lives before, up above there's a link called StreamYard. You may just have to give it permission so that I can see your little profile picture pop up on the screen. If you want to join us in the conversation, if you want to sit in the background and just enjoy what we have to chat about, then that's fine too. And anybody coming in on the replay, do let me know where it is that you are coming in from. So my name is Heather Edmondson, and I assist others to reach their health and fitness goals through coaching, mentorship, and accountability. And I am streaming in 3 places here today on both of my business pages and right into YouTube. So if you're on any of those platforms, you might catch me there. So thanks everyone again, like I said, for joining me today. I'm just going to pull up this little ticker tape here, and it says Fun Fact Friday, and welcome to my special guest, Christina. There she is. Thank you for participating today and joining in. And you're an old hand at this. You've been interviewed by many people before, so not that you're old. Not that you're old, so you know how to do this.
I colored the gray. You can't tell.
Oh, I've forgotten about it. I've just left it go. This is all my natural color. Like it's, I just don't have time for all that stuff. But thanks again for hanging out with me today and joining in the conversation. And maybe you can just tell my guests a little bit about yourself and how we have kind of crossed paths.
Tell you a lot. But how much time do we have?
We can do it for however long you want.
Well, the short version is that I am a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 children. I have a 6-year-old son, and I have a 14-year-old teenage daughter from my previous marriage. And then my husband, he works as a long haul, we were just talking about that, a logging truck driver, not a long haul driver, for the mill here, Spray Lakes in Cochrane here. So yeah, I also have a home-based business on the side. I have a side gig going on, and that keeps me busy. And yeah, we cross paths on our fitness journey with our coach. And I think you had Brady on Monday, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So Coach Brady is our coach. And yes, we connected through our Facebook group with our awesome ladies, and we've been chatting off and on since then. So yeah,
what is it, Sexy Badass Babes or something like that? Is our group?
It's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, love it. And then you've also done some training with Eric Worre. And sure, how did you get hooked up with that?
Oh, I've been so blessed, My upline with my company was very generous and offered me to go to the GoPro challenge, the last one he had, and so I was able to go virtually on that, and it was incredible. We've had and she's a friend of Eric Worre's, my upline. So
oh wow.
Having in actually her, so and then another one of the ladies in my organization, she is his cousin.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, we kind of have I kind of slid in there and kind of have a little sort of nice little connection. So I haven't met him personally, obviously, but it's been really, really cool. Yeah, I've loved taking away so much from his trainings, and doing another one tomorrow. We actually had a personal sort of Zoom with him last week, and then I have our company's having an online training with him tomorrow, specifically for network marketers. So anybody in the industry, so if you're wanting to come and check it out, I can send you a link if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll put the link down below after we're done this. That'll be good, because somebody is just Eric Cool here is popping up in here. He said he'd like the link, and Gloria has also joined us here today. So awesome. Thanks guys for popping in here live and hopefully gaining some takeaways from. I didn't know that we were going to go that route, but we're not just talking about fitness and that, but it's the whole gamut, right? If you're working online, it opens up all kinds of windows and opportunities, and you could go any direction. You don't have to just stay in one little box. It can fit into a whole bunch of different pictures and stuff. So I have a few questions here that I sent to you. And how do you like working from home? That's helped you a lot because your son was 6.
Yeah.
So that is still being able to something to do as well as to be a nurse mom.
Yeah, well, that's it. And I had a day home before he was diagnosed. So there's like the before, when he was diagnosed with ALL, I had a day home, and so after kids. But then, of course, as soon as he was diagnosed, I had to stop doing that. So it turned to my husband to have he had the full-time job, but he was able to also take on a side job. He also does like dump runs and handyman for other people. So that allowed me to stay home and be with the kids. And then, I've always been interested in network marketing. I've been in the industry for probably over 15 years. I'd say.
Wow.
So, and then my grandma was an Avon rep growing up. So and I didn't even know, of course, like really, it wasn't really like talked about, but it was just there. So kind of just stuck with me. I've always had that sort of entrepreneurial kind of side. So I've loved it. Like it's fabulous. And especially right now, like the community of people that I've, been able to grow with and expand with has been like priceless. Like you can't go out and have that amount, like those kind of connections right now. So having those online connections has really been the thing. And just being able to stay home is great. I love it.
And as Eric says, people that don't understand the industry, just don't have the education and knowledge behind it, because there has been a bad rep behind this business model, but it has changed over the years so much that this is an actual legit business. This is an actual legit thing. You can actually make a living and be able to work it from anywhere that you have internet connection, anywhere on your phone or anywhere on your laptop or iPad or whatever it is that you use. You can connect with
social media.
Yeah.
It's social marketing. I'm a social marketer. Like I'm on social media as a social marketer, and that's what I am and what I do. I am social on platforms that allow me to speak to millions of people, and it's incredible. And that's what Eric Worre, does. I mean, he spoke to 40,000 of us at GoPro, like on a stage where he was surrounded by, everyone there. So MLM has come across as like people, immediately think pyramid scheme. And I like to say, well, what's like, if you look at your job, if you look at a typical job, that's
basically the same model.
That's actually a model. That's actually a pyramid. Like, so, like I don't get that very often. Luckily, like I think a lot of people are much more accepting now. And there's so many, there's so many home-based businesses now that, it's gaining more momentum. And especially now with COVID, everybody's like online and looking for opportunities and it's the way of the future, honestly. Like there's so many brick and mortar businesses that are going away that I don't think, I don't see any reason for anyone not to have a side gig. You can work it with,
multiple streams of income is always a good plan, because having all your eggs in one basket has shown a lot of people in the last year and a half that maybe that isn't the best model to have. So having different, for sure. Gloria is saying here that she's been in the industry for over 30 years and her brand has changed 7 times in the course of her career. So you can, like I said, you can have your fingers in so many different pies and go in so many different directions. It's like, it's like if you get bored in one area, like with me being a nurse too, if you got bored in one area, I could jump over into another area and do something. So I do work full time and I do this as a side gig. But as I get closer to my body saying, you can't do this anymore, this is too hard on your body, I will be able to transition hopefully in time into doing this a little bit more full time. So.
I have a friend that's doing that right now. She's leaving her full-time job as in the health industry, in hospitals to our industry full time. So, it's very doable. Yes. Just like anything, it's scary to make that leap, but that it's just more and more like, having that, sort of, the plan B kind of thing, turning into your plan A is what a lot of people are.
Or XYZ, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right?
That the sky's the limit. You can do part-time. I've been doing part-time for the last year. I really haven't put, 110% into it. I've been able to focus on my family and focus on my self-development and not have to, my husband's very, very supportive. So I'm able to do it part-time. Whereas, and eventually when both my kids are in school, our son's homeschooled this year. So when he finally gets to, go back to school, it'll be a lot easier to put that time in and, but it's,
you have to set up a schedule then for yourself, just like when he goes to school or when both of your kids go out to school, to have that as your work time or your, slot time.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your fitness journey. I did put up some pictures about your fitness journey over the last little while and over the year period and stuff, because you have gained leaps and bounds in that aspect too, even while dealing with a sick child. So that's very, very good to be focused enough to do that, and yourself as well.
Well, it took a back, deep for those 3 years. I mean, it really wasn't something I could focus on. And I've always, I actually had taken my courses to be a personal trainer years and years and years ago, aerobics instructor, personal trainer through the University of Victoria, BC. And so I've always loved fitness, and I've done the up and down. I've all around. My daughter, I put on a lot of weight. I lost it all. I got into really good shape. And then I was working actually in a weight management center, Herbal Magic, when I got pregnant with my son, and was doing, really well. It was my ideal weight. Not that weight's everything, but I was, it was the image I had to be at for the job I was in. Wasn't necessarily that healthy because I wasn't at the gym. I wasn't focusing really on my fitness, and I ended up getting a lot of weight. And then on top of that, the stress of him being in the hospital and being diagnosed as, at 2.5. So I just inundated, and that went on the back burner for those years. It's probably been about 8 years since I really took control of like my health again. And so when Brady, when our coach started her free sort of groups and last February, that's when I really was like,
we're doing this.
Gym. Oh yeah, well, it started back at the gym the June before that, or May or something like that, with a friend, and was getting back into the routine of going into the gym and going and getting, taking care of myself. So it was kind of in a pretty good routine. And then when she started her groups, it was just like, okay, they're free, like free on these, right? And I did like 2 back-to-back sort of free challenges, and I wasn't prepared to like jump in. I wasn't gonna, start anything else. I was like, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. And nope, I sure didn't.
Well, and sometimes the things that maybe had worked a few years ago, and because we're a little bit older, all of us.
Yes.
Your hormones are different and all those things, and we have to learn new skills again, even in that industry, right? You think, okay, what you worked when you're 20 doesn't necessarily work when you're in your 40s,
exactly.
late 30s and 40s, and now me in my 50s. It's a whole different ballgame. And I don't want to be 120 pounds. When I was 120 pounds when I was sick, my skin was all hanging and this turkey neck and stuff. And you get older, you can't be that thin, because that doesn't mean you're healthy either.
It is long-term health now is like, so it changed when I was in my 20s, and I was 25 and I was lifting heavy weights and trying to bodybuild, and it was like short-term, like I want to be fit now, and and I'm going to lift this much in the gym, and it was sort of ego driven, and I found myself having to let go of that when I started at 40, 45, like get back in the gym, and my body's not responding the same way. So it's like, coming to a coach who like set it out, okay, you need this much nutrition, like you need to have this this much to eat, like, which was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was intermittent fasting and I was,
Yeah, I've tried that too. I tried all that stuff and it just
like, you can't eat butter and cheese and expect to like, lose weight. And then you're going to eat carbs again, forget about it, right? You're just going to put on double that amount. So no, I've retrained my brain to understand that food is nutrition. Food is what's fueling my body. It's not, like, oh, I can't have that. I can have that. Just, like you're not
every day
for like a month. It's like, oh, I had that. Okay, cool. Like I just reset my metabolism. Cool. Like, move on. Like there's no guilt in having something that isn't necessarily like, you don't have to eat clean. It's the 80-20 rule, right? And then long-term health, like, yeah, like how much damage did I do to my knees? How much damage did I do to the rest of my body when I was just being, not really taking my body for granted in my 20s. Whereas now I'm thinking like, I want preventative measures.
Right.
Or when I'm 60 and 70 and I don't want to be in a walker and I don't want to have a hip replacement and knee replacements because I see what my mom's gone through. And so, yeah, I'm close to, I probably didn't weigh myself when I first started and didn't really care, but I was probably over 300 pounds when I started, and I've lost almost 60 pounds now over the last.
Yeah, but you're pretty tall as well.
I'm 5'7". Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it comes off differently. Like it kind of, and it's slow and steady weight loss. It's not, I'm not for like the quick, like lose 30 pounds in 30 days, because that's when you get looser skin and just feel like crap. And then like at the end of that, what are you going to do? Like, you're just going to feel like you're going to binge because you just like starved yourself. Like, like, no, I don't do a 1,200 calorie diet. Our coach won't even take on somebody if they're doing want to do a 1,200 calorie diet. Like that's where you're
starvation mode. Yeah.
Yeah. Because your body, and then, so if you're not eating enough, your body's just storing all that fat. It's slowing down your metabolism. It's not creating the fat burning machine. And cardio, sorry to say, but cardio isn't the be all end all to.
I know, but that's been pounded into our head because that's what they advertise. Oh, you need to get a treadmill. No need to run. And you got to make that mind shift adjustment, which is hard for a lot of us, right? And it's like, well, I think I should be running. I don't know, even though I've done fitness my whole entire life too. I was I was a jazzercise instructor at one point. And I did aerobics when we were up in Swan Hills, and then I recertified my lifeguards and taught aquasize and deep water running. And I've always had fitness in the back of my mind, and then we had kids and trying to do that at the same time as them, and trying to show them that they can do things individually and not always have to be a team sport to keep their body in shape. And those type of things have been beneficial as well. So Gloria's saying something here about she's doing Fraser Brooks's training here starting on Monday.
Oh, he's good too. I love Fraser.
He's pretty cool. So
he's so funny. I love that guy.
he's got a whole different way of looking at things too, making and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had the choice, would you stay doing a home-based business, or would you go back to the traditional model?
Home-based business all the way. I thought about going back to work for like 5 minutes, and I was like, no.
Well, and it's hard to work for somebody else too. After
it is.
Being able to set your own time limit. You can go and run to appointments if you have to, or you could go and do this, or you can stay up till 3 a.m. if that's what you want to do. It's around your whatever works for you.
Here for my kids. I need to be here I need to be here for for myself. I need that fulfillment of working for myself. And what you put in is what you get out. And so, it's just great that way. And you don't have to worry about everyone else's drama. Like, it's great. I wouldn't trade it for.
And then if you do see drama on social, you just scroll past it. Like I say to my husband, he starts yelling at the phone, or he starts yelling at the TV, and I'm like, no, just walk away, buddy. And he's like, well, but it makes me so mad. I said, don't let it take over your life, and don't let it make you mad. Just walk away from it, or scroll past it, or whatever. So,
it's a delete and block button for people that create drama in my life. Like, it's COVID has honestly been the best thing. I've gotten rid of toxic people. We quit.
Absolutely.
We those kind of things, and like any drama that is created, like, you have the ability to just like move on. Like,
block them. Yeah.
I don't get into that stuff. No, I don't create.
When did you notice a huge shift for you when things started actually time to click and work for you in business? When you started looking after yourself more, or?
Yeah, it definitely goes hand in hand. Like, just starting to meditate, getting up earlier in the morning. I get up at 5, which I know people are going to laugh at, but it's, and I laughed at it at first. I wasn't going to, again, our coach was like, 5 a.m. club. I was like, no, not going to happen.
I'm not a morning person. I don't like
I was like, well, it wasn't even that I said I wasn't a morning person. I've never really said like, yes, I am, or like, I don't like staying up late. I was getting up at 7, but then it was just a rush. So, but getting up at 5 a.m., my son gets up with me, which is fine. I can put my earbuds in and I get on my Insight timer and listen and do like 5-10 minutes of meditation with my Insight timer, and they're guided, which is nice because then I don't have to listen to my voice in my head. It's someone else's voice. So, it's good. And for, anybody that thinks that they can't meditate, like try some guided meditations. There's
amazing.
Timer has like 80,000 like free meditations, free courses, free. If you've never even started meditating, you could take like a beginner's guide to meditating. Like there's no reason not to. Like it's my brain food now. Like I need it. I crave it. So that's been a huge shift for me, like just in the last year, like just saying, okay, I make that time, and then making the time to work out, like making that time for me. Yeah. I was going to the gym when they were open. I was still like, that was my time. I have the ability, I have my parents that live with me. So it's kind of really like been nice. I've been able to rely on them for my babysitting. So they won't call it babysitting, but you know what I mean? Like
hi, buddy.
Here.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Good. This is Chance. He likes to pop in.
Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, it's that was my time. I absolutely made that time for me, and that really shifted my confidence. Knowing that I can, people want to see that you're healthy.
Yeah.
People see that if you're in health and wellness, which most of us are in, they want to see that you are the picture of you are doing what you say.
Right.
You're using your products. B, you're taking care of yourself, and you're putting your best face forward, and you're doing the things that are required. You're not just you got to talk the talk and walk the walk. Like you got to do the things, and then because people are watching.
That's right. They are.
People are watching you. They will come out of the woodwork and be like, I've been watching you for 5 years and now I'm ready. Or they've been like,
what? I didn't know you were there. And they're like,
yeah. Oh, I have a friend like that I went to school.
Gloria's saying, not scary at all. So many don't have belief in themselves and just gotten to use it as a paycheck. Very little discipline. That's right.
Yeah, it's not. I was just telling my husband that today. Like, it's not motivation anymore. It's discipline. Motivated by anything intrinsic to get up in the morning. I would love to hit snooze. I would love to hit chance. I would love to, lay in bed for, till whenever, but my body and my mind are disciplined now that when that alarm goes off, I get up. I don't hit snooze. Because what it comes down to is that I have made a commitment to myself. And if I can't say, listen to my own word, then, things are just going to be that much harder. If I don't make that, commitment and I don't follow through, well, what's going to happen the next time I say I'm going to do something? Yep. I'm going to start my diet on Monday and then you don't. But I'm going to start it next Monday and then you don't. If you don't follow through, so stop that self-sabotage. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. Start now and say, you know what, right now, this is what I am going to do. That self-talk is the most important thing, and following through on your word. Yeah.
Because you're letting yourself down otherwise. And then you say, well, why didn't I do that this morning? And then you go through the whole thing all day long saying, I should have got up, and beat yourself up all day long. And you feel like crap after that.
Exactly. And it takes just one thing. It just takes telling yourself that you'll do that one thing. So if you're in business for yourself and you say, okay, today I'm going to reach out to one person and I am going to tell them about, ask them if they want to look at the business, send them a message. And if that's the one thing that you did today, celebrate that. You did it. Yeah. If you've never recruited someone in the past, but you talked to somebody about business today, that's what matters. Right. Today. And you followed through and you said, look, I'm going to do this today. No matter what, I'm going to reach out to one person and I'm going to talk to them about business today.
Yeah, 52 people in a year, right?
So celebrate that. Yeah, because in 30 days,
30 days, 30 days.
you've
Yeah,
now talked to 30 people,
yeah, exactly.
right? And if you've never recruited one person before,
Yeah.
guess what's going to happen? So it's building that confidence in yourself and having that self-talk. Man, it is possible to manifest everything that you've ever wanted, but it starts with what's you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
Showing up for yourself, not just showing up for, it doesn't matter how you show up for other people. Show up for yourself. That's important.
Well, because if you expect other people to follow what you're saying and you're not even doing it yourself, how do you expect them to believe in you and believe what you're saying is going to work if you don't even do it, right? Yeah.
They'll quit.
Yeah.
They'll quit. They won't
I'm being mindful of everybody's time. We've been on for a little while. So I'm going to do a couple rapid fire questions here and see where you're at with that. If you could live anywhere, where would you live and why?
Norway.
Norway. Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. They have amazing ways of. Okay, amazing way of living and just everything incredible there. Yeah.
I asked you about working at home. If you could go back in time, what century would you go to? What era would you go to?
Maybe like the 18th century. Kind of cool, like the way they dressed.
Women didn't have very many rights, though. You would have been.
That is true. That is true.
You would have been one of those bar wenches or what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're on the train. Yeah.
I'll be a pirate.
A pirate. Yeah. Yeah, but then you'd have to have a stumpy leg, a wooden leg. Anyways, I want to thank you very much for participating with me today. I do appreciate your time and love seeing all your energy and stuff that you give to us when we're in the group together, and you're just my kind of gal. We get along.
Thank you.
Get along good. So
well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. And if you ever need a favor and need to do it reverse, you can do that too. Do it for your group.
Awesome.
Too.
And I will drop that link to you. I'll send it to you in Messenger, and then you can.
Perfect. Yeah.
Tomorrow, people just need to sign up for that, and then it is free, so it's completely.
Yeah. Gloria is asking about it. I don't know if you could see the comments, but you can see them after. I'll tag you in this too, and then you can have it for yourself. So thanks very much. Then my daughter is phoning me here just now. She's here for lunch. So
I'll let you go
again later then. Okay. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye for now.